Some days are just harder than others, and disappointment is something that everybody experiences on various levels at various times of their life. So, that obviously can present a fair amount of challenges when it comes to navigating that experience and moving through it. Today, we're going to do a little bit of work around the idea of coping with disappointment so that we can have an easier time when we go through those moments that don't turn out like we expect they should. Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. Today, we're going to discuss disappointment. I know that there's a lot of opportunities for that lately because we just had the election, we've got holidays coming up. Life is just lifing all over the place. And there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of individuals to be coping with and existing with the experience of feeling disappointed. And obviously, disappointment just means that things turned out differently than we thought they should or we expected that we were going to experience. And that's really difficult, especially when what is drastically different from what's desired, and trying to cope with that space in between where we're just trying to understand how to navigate now and how to proceed with what is, especially when it's not desired. So I have a whole mess of essential oils to help us out, plus my wonderful selenite wand to support us today. But I want to talk a little bit while I'm putting these oils on. So we got Forgive here, which is amazing. I think that the biggest challenge with Neroli doing any work around disappointment is figuring out the best way to cope with that, like how to sit with that experience and really allow that to be there, that discomfort, that upset, all of the emotions that we feel to just be there without blame or shame or judgment or any of those other things that really can get in the way of processing our emotional experience. It's okay to feel disappointed. It sucks royally, but it's okay to feel that. It's okay to exist in a space where you're trying to figure out what to do now because things are different than what you were hoping for or what you thought they might be. So let's put a little blue tansy on. You're gonna love this. It's literally blue. So I look like a Smurf. But don't worry, you rub it in, it disappears eventually. It's not going to stain your skin forever. I've got white grapefruit here. Any old grapefruit would do, but I just happen to have white grapefruit on hand. And this is uplifting because it's a citrus. All citrus is uplifting. I've got Ylang, lovely floral. And then last but not least, frankincense, which is an amplifying oil. It basically just supports the properties of all the other oils, plus it helps to process pain as well. And I like blue tansy because it kind of smells nice. So I'm just going to put these on for us as we continue this discussion about disappointment. So as we're navigating forward, existing in a space where things are different than we thought, one of the ways that I have found that supports me through the process of disappointment is the idea of creating a bit of detachment. Now, detachment does not mean that you don't care anymore. It just means that it gives you a little bit of emotional breathing room to decide how much the thing that happened that you weren't anticipating or didn't want, the thing that is versus the thing that you wanted, how much that's going to impact you, how much room that takes up in your emotional and mental space as you're processing it. Again, there is no judgment when it comes to processing any emotion. When I say detachment, again, it's not caring, like, oh, I don't care anymore, like just giving up or any of that kind of stuff. It's the conscious effort or the conscious decision to choose how you're going to let this impact you, what you can do to support yourself. Like, okay, I have this experience, I have this. What do I do now? Right? It gives you that little bit of space to decide what your next step is with regard to the situation you're in, even if it's really, really not ideal, especially if you are in a state of elevated emotion. So if there's a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anger or rage or any of the other things that you feel, again, perfectly acceptable to feel all the feels, and we're going to make space for that too. It just gives you some breathing room, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of a break from all of that heavy stuff so that you can decide what's next for you. And what's next for you, ideally, is something that's going to be supportive, whatever that is. Give yourself room to be supported in whatever you're going through while you're processing all of this, because it's very, very heavy for sure. It's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to try to come to a place of acceptance that things are different than what we wanted. And now we have the choice of navigating through what maybe we didn't want in a way that best serves and supports us and those around us. So let's go ahead and settle into the surface we're resting on. Get nice and comfy and begin to allow those eyes to close. Allow yourself to just take a few deep, slow breaths. Allow any thoughts that float in to float back out, just like fluffy clouds. Allow them to be there. Invite yourself to experience any emotions that you may have. Notice where those are in your body. Notice how you feel in which parts of your body, how you're impacted by these emotional experiences. Know that it's safe here. Know that you have the freedom to experience whatever you need to without judgment. There's no shame. You are allowed to feel whatever you feel. You are designed to experience these emotions, even if they kind of suck, even if they don't feel great. It's okay for these emotions to be there. It's okay that you feel the way you do because this situation or circumstance that you wanted or hoped for turned out not the way you expected. It's okay for you to have wanted those things. It's okay for you to be attached to that outcome. It's okay. And it hurts when things don't turn out the way that we wanted or the way that we expected or hoped that they would. So just allow yourself to experience that in your body right now. Where do you notice it? What feels heavy? What feels uncomfortable or tense? Just notice in your body. I know it's not pleasant. I know that this is the awful part, but we're just going to be here for a short period of time. We are allowing our bodies to experience that emotional process, allowing our bodies to communicate with us what doesn't feel right, what does not feel aligned. We're just noticing that. Accepting the message of our bodies that we're not satisfied with this outcome, that we are not okay with what's going on, that we're concerned or afraid or confused or not sure how to move forward. All of that uncertainty has a place here. I know it's uncomfortable, but it's okay to experience it. Everyone does from time to time. We're just holding space for ourselves to be supported in this experience of disappointment, of confusion, working through and navigating the acceptance of what is and figuring out the best way to move forward that is aligned with who we are at the core of our being. It's okay to be here, even if it sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just allow yourself a few moments to let those emotional experiences continue to just finish their chemical process. Most emotions the actual chemistry of those emotions only last for a very short period of time. Allowing our body to feel those emotions allows that chemical process the opportunity to run through its natural progression, allows it to complete its job within our body, which is making us aware of what is not aligned, even when it doesn't feel good. You don't need to suppress anything here. This is a safe space. If you need to scream, if you need to cry, if you need to just pound on your fists on a table, it's okay to do that here. You're safe. You're fully supported in this experience. You can process this however you need to in a way that's aligned and safe for you. Please be sure that you be safe, of course, and always. We want to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself in this experience, not on purpose and certainly not unintentionally either. So give yourself space. Allow yourself to feel, even when it sucks. I'm so sorry it sucks. Sometimes things don't work out the way that we want or that we hope, and then we're left with what is. And sometimes what is can feel really, really awful. And it's okay if it does, because sometimes it just does. Allow yourself to breathe. Take some deep breaths into the body, allowing each breath in to support you, bringing fresh oxygenation, fresh nutrients into the body, allowing the chemistry of those emotions that we're experiencing to work through to completion. That doesn't mean those emotions go away. It just means that we're honoring ourselves in the process of experiencing them. We are noticing where our bodies are impacted by these emotions. And we're just giving ourselves space to feel. Everyone deserves space to feel, especially the yucky stuff. Please feel safe experiencing the yucky stuff. You are fully supported in that experience through all that is. All that is loves you and wants you to experience that level of unconditional love and support, even in these moments of suck. Allow yourself to just breathe. I'll take my lovely selenite wand and just hold it, just allowing the energy to move through this selenite wand, which is a cleansing property, and just allow all of that ick, the experience, the affiliated emotions, all of that to just go into this selenite wand. That doesn't mean they go away. It's just giving us the opportunity to take a small break. Just giving us space to breathe, space to just be, even if it's only for a few moments. It's okay to feel. And it's okay to take a break from feeling all the things too, when you need to. We're just going to allow all of that emotion to pour into this beautiful selenite wand. Imagine all the things that you feel being poured into this wand right now, knowing that no matter how big or challenging these emotions feel or the situation feels, it'll all fit in the palm of my hand. Just let it all be there. And as all of this energy of this collective emotion and the experience of the situation that we're dealing with right now, whether it's multiples or just one, allowing all of this to go into this wand gives us a little bit of separation, a little bit of room to breathe, a little bit of clarity to think about our next steps, And it's also in the process of being transmuted, as much as we're willing to allow. Just all the energy of this experience and the emotions attached to it flowing into this wand that I hold in my hand, allowing all of that to get changed or transformed into something different, into a new energy that may better serve and support you, even if we don't know what that looks like. Even if there's a fair amount of uncertainty moving forward, it's okay. It's okay not to be sure. Sometimes just taking a step forward is empowering enough to give us space to keep moving forward. Continuing to allow yourself to breathe, let's hold space for some resolutions. Even if you don't know what your next step is right now, we're just going to hold space in this moment to allow those solutions to come, to allow those next steps, whatever's most aligned for you as an individual, to just formulate, to begin to bring themselves to mind and bring themselves to fruition. The ultimate goal is that you are supported and loved, no matter where you are, no matter what you experience, no matter what's going on around you. Just take a moment, again, having that little bit of space from this situation and all of the affiliated emotions. We're going to allow those to transmute and transform into energy that will better serve us. Just allow yourself a moment to experience what it's like to be unconditionally loved and supported, just as you are right now. What does that feel like for you? How does that sound? What does it look like? Where do you notice it in your body? What do you think about? What enters your mind? What sensations do you experience as you consider the idea of being unconditionally loved, accepted, and supported by all that is? Whether that's the divine, the universe, spirit, God, whatever you choose to call it. Rest in that space for a moment. Where do you feel that? If you don't notice any major changes, that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're not loved or supported in this moment and always. We're just allowing space for that experience, whatever it is for you. There's no wrong way. You're doing just fine. If there's some emotions that feel a little bit sticky, that are having a hard time letting go, that's okay too. You don't need to surrender anything right now that you're not ready to let go of. It's okay. It's okay. Wherever you are, it's okay to be there. Just be there. You're loved and supported either way. You are loved and supported whatever you feel, whenever you feel it, for as long as you feel it. You are always worthy of all of that. It's okay to be here, wherever you are. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing a great job. You are allowing yourself to be loved and supported in this moment. You are allowing yourself space and your brilliant mind to come up with creative solutions for your next steps. That is a courageous step, for sure. And I honor you for taking it. I honor you for being in this space right now, for choosing love in spite of all the things, in spite of life being hard, in spite of all of what's going on around you. You are choosing to be loved. You are choosing to forge a new path forward. Even when you don't know what that looks like, that's incredibly brave. I'm so proud of you. You're doing such an amazing job. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing yourself to be supported and loved by all that is. Thank you for choosing to sit with your emotions, even though it's hard. Thank you so much for just choosing to be here right now. Allow that to settle into your body. Notice how it feels and where you feel it. Allow anything that still feels heavy to fall away. Allow those emotions that have all been channeled into the selenite wand in my hand. Allow them to just be there. You can pick up whatever you'd like at the end of this experience, but anything you choose to let go, whether forever or just for a time, you can be free of that right now. You can just let it go. If it no longer serves you and you're ready to release it, it will go. It can be changed into something that will better serve you moving forward. And now, with this little bit of space we've created for ourselves, let's just take a moment to be quiet within ourselves and reflect on whatever messages come up for you. Even if it doesn't feel like anything comes up immediately, it's okay. Let's just take a moment to just be. Let's just take another moment to take a few deep, slow breaths. Notice how your body is supported by the surface you're resting on. Notice any differences between the beginning of this experiences and now. What's different? Notice how you feel within your body. Notice any changes in any thoughts you may be experiencing. Just notice how you feel, knowing that however you feel is completely acceptable. It's okay to be here, wherever here is for you. As feels aligned, go ahead and bring some movement back into those fingers and toes. Stretch as feels comfortable. Maybe begin to open those eyes or return your gaze to focus. Welcome back. I know that was a lot. I know that was pretty intense. And I know that it felt pretty icky for a minute. I appreciate you for sticking with me through that experience. I know it's hard. It's tough enough to go through an experience where we feel disappointed or confused or betrayed or any of the things. And to have to sit with the way that that feels can be really, really rough. And so I wanted to provide a space in which you could feel supported, not just by me, but by all that is, by this amazing energy that I call Reiki that allows us to just exist in a space of love, regardless of how we feel, regardless of what's going on. We are still always worthy of that experience of being loved. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Please, please let me know in the comment section how this has supported you. If there's some stuff that you're going through that maybe you need a little extra help with, let me know. If there's other things that you would like to have videos done on or anything specific, please let me know in those comments because I want to know how best to support you. That is my whole entire job. That is the reason this channel exists, is to support you with whatever's going on in your universe. So your comments let me know how I can best do that. If you haven't done so already, please, please do like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of my latest content. And sharing is caring. If this has helped you at all in any way, shape, or form, and you know somebody in your universe that could benefit too, please, please share this video with those individuals because we want everyone to feel loved and supported, especially when they're going through hard times. No one needs to go through that alone. We all deserve companionship and love and support, especially when things get hard. So even if you're in black glitter mode right now, where you're not feeling super sparkly or reflective, just know that black glitter still reflects light. You're still doing the best you can, and I'm so proud of you and so grateful to have had this experience and the opportunity to serve you. So thank you with glitter on it for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a sparkly rest of your day.